we're docked here. One thing that's interesting about Eureka is apparently there are some extraordinary California redwoods here. And one thing we've talked about throughout the course of the week is not only the experiences on the ship, but what happens when you get off the ship. So looking forward to this redwood tour a little later today. Want to acquaint you with one thing before we get to this sort of gastronomique beyond belief. Scenic Eclipse here is an ocean-going vessel. But Scenic, the company, which originated in Australia, is really well known for those European river cruises. So, you know, those rectangular ships that transverse the various Europes of river or rivers of Europe. So they have done that for a really long time and established an extraordinary reputation with these these river cruises, which is a lovely, lovely way to see a lot of European capitals. They're doing one out of Portugal now. It's a really, really great way to see a lot of different sites. You know, again, you throw your bag in the room and then they pull up to port after port after port. So based on the success of the river cruises, they thought, you know what, let's do a slightly bigger ship and let's go into the oceans of the world. This ship, Scenic Eclipse, all 7 continents, has been to a variety of extraordinary destinations. We're in the owner's suite, this particularly grand suite, and we'll show you just a tiny bit. Maybe, Samantha, a little later, a jacuzzi pop we might get into. But let's make our way inside the owner's suite, which is, well, I have a rash guard. So
no,
we'll see.
We don't
in
want
any
the
event,
rash guard.
Into our grand suite. We're a very, very special guest, and we're going to talk about an incredibly special meal. This is Anish Dabre, one of the chefs here. It's good to see the executive chef. We're going to show you some tape of something that they call the chef's table. We appreciate you being here. What is the chef's table?
Chef table is like a 10 guest combination here, and the chef is coming the guest. We are like around the jet, the one food company, the 10 course. We start from the Italy, from the panna cotta, then we come to foie gras. The foie gras is very delicious dish. The foie gras we make like a lollipop. We call them like a back to school. When you present the dish, they even think what is inside.
I've been fortunate. I've enjoyed this chef's table, which is extraordinary.
Yeah.
How difficult is it to prepare?
It's the preparation we take 3 to 4 days. That's why we're not running every day at the chef table. We have to all the priority guests. And if you come to in the cigar, it take like 2 days to preparation. This cigar is actually look like cigar.
And it looks like a cigar.
Yes.
And then what's actually in it?
Yes, we're gonna inside the 10 grade Wagyu beef means avocado and big beans paste. And the vegetable ash is totally vegetable ash we make from lettuce. And we present with the ash tray guest.
You're making all these extraordinary, amazing foods. We're at sea often. Is it hard to cook and have this quality and caliber of food while you're in the middle of the ocean?
Yes, especially it's very difficult to cook in the Antarctica because we are at sea most of the time. Very difficult to source fresh ingredients from the outside. Europe, we understand. So also we have the herbs cultivator on board. So we grow our microgreens on board.
You grow your own grains on board?
Yes. In the
my gosh.
Yes. We have 32 kinds of seeds on board. So we go every 2 days, 3 days, how we need. And that's a very nice to see this one.
Good morning. So there we are.
Bubble bath. This man.
I see some leg.
Is there a rash
guard? It's a bubble bath. There is a rash guard. The dilemma was I actually accidentally pressed the drain, which was very problematic. But we have refilled the tub. It was especially disastrous. But we refilled the tub, and we're going to share with you some of the highlights of the. Was that a shriek?
Yeah, it wasn't from us. It wasn't from us.
Are the bubbles? Okay. Are the bubbles in the right place? I hope. In any event, let me show you some of the conversations we had over the course of the week. Pedro, meet Bieta. Bieta is in charge of a variety of things, including talking to us about the variety of accommodations you can find on board. So
that one bubble sneaking in his eye is very funny.
Where are we? What is this room?
So Sam, currently we're finding ourselves in one of the 2 owners' penthouse suites on board Scenic Eclipse. Absolutely gorgeous suites. We have 2 of them on board. The most incredible views from here, but sizable also, like a huge apartment on board.
This bathtub and the shower. Can a boat accommodate? I mean, you could put 5 people in that bathtub.
You could. It is big. Plus, on top of that, you have that view while you're sitting in the bathtub, while you're having that shower. There's a little bed so that you can lie across, the window goes down. So it really is got incredible features. Any suite on board the vessel is absolutely incredible, beautifully designed with so much detail. We really have a variation. There's something for everyone on board.
So there's that. And then it's not only the accommodation, it is where the ship goes. And to that end, we spoke with the expedition director. His name is Jason Flesher. Again, one of the flagship things are these trips. Imagine being in this tub on the way to Antarctica. What's Antarctica like? This ship lends itself well to trips there.
She was purposely built to go there, to cross the Drake Passage, to be able to go where so few ships, if any, actually go to because of her ice class rating hull.
And then the one thing that you talked about is sometimes you can look out your window, but it's not the same as touching the land.
It's not. There's, your large cruise ships will go to Antarctica and they're just ship cruising. You're a couple miles off the coast. You're really not seeing the wildlife and you're truly not experiencing Antarctica because you haven't touched Antarctica. You haven't put your foot on the continent itself.
So there's that. And then one other thing about the ship, in addition to this tub, is there's a submarine. And I'm doing pretty well keeping a straight face, right?
You absolutely
There's a helicopter, and we spoke with the helicopter pilot. You can take a helicopter flight directly from the ship. Here is Pascal, the pilot. Watch. It must be the most fun job ever.
Absolutely, for me it is, and I'm really happy to be here.
The ship is moving, the helicopter is moving. How do you land a helicopter on a moving ship?
The helicopter doesn't know that the ship is moving. You could land actually a helicopter on a 70-mile moving truck if you want to. Of course, we're normally not doing that, but you can. It does make really a big difference if you land on a moving ship or on a stationary ship.
Again, so these helicopter tours, we're going to San Francisco Bay. There may be some helicopter rides there to talk about. Last thing before we say so long for this hour, or second to last thing, there's a gym on board, yoga, that kind of thing. I in fact took the yoga class on the first day. I didn't bring my Lululemons, but my wife brought hers. So I had an opportunity to borrow hers, which worked out very well. It was helpful with the sound bowls and everything else.
Look at you, out of the tub. Now he's got his robe on.
Sam, there is a finesse to sitting in one of those egg chairs behind you.
Yes. There are, I think these egg chairs are...
Are they wet?
Well, here, let's try it.
Just go for it.
They're
gentle.
Yeah, sure. Okay, here we go. We'll bring them. You know what would be horrible? I hope if I break it, I'll feel terrible. Because I have... Oh, there you go.
Oh.
Very good. Nice and relaxed. Anyway, so this is, again, the owner's suite, and this is just, imagine the patio of all this. So really, really extraordinary. There are 2 of these aboard the Scenic Eclipse. Let me show you a little bit. We're going to review what has happened this week. So we'll press a tape and show you that we are aboard the beautiful Scenic Eclipse. This is more like a private yacht than one of those giant, 4,000 passenger yachts, around 200 passengers. And the ship has been so well received, a second one, Scenic Eclipse 2, will hit the waterways in 2023. So the same experience I've had will be replicated in double, 2 ships circumnavigating the world. And speaking of circumnavigating the world, where does it go? And that's our next tape. I want to tell you about the flagship, and I've been lucky to have this opportunity, is the Arctic and Antarctica. So these extraordinary cold weather. It's a 6-rated ice ship. I don't know what that means, but it does mean that it's able to go to places in Antarctica and other polar regions that other ships cannot go. So it can lead you to these great places. Penguins galore towards the south, polar bears towards the north. Really, really beautiful. If things like that are not your scene and you're a warm weather person, cruises starting in the Mediterranean, throughout the Med, Italy, Greece, all these, I think over 100 countries. So there's warm weather destinations as well. You're going to take a look at some of those. And again, depending on the time of year and where you want to go, they go kind of absolutely everywhere. So we've told you about all the amenities and all the incredible things on the ship. We're going to leave you with one last visit. This is the pastry chef. Arguably, the captain's important, all the other people important, but what's more important than the pastry chef? Here is my experience and visit with her yesterday. Look. Why are Germans so good at pastries?
Oh, that's a good question. I think French is very good, but we're living like close on the borders. So I think so because we love to eat sweets.
I see. And you have got an ample number of sweets here. Let us explore them lovingly.
We have a German cream puff today with a whipping cream and amarena cherry filling inside. We have a chocolate cheesecake. We have a honeydew tartlet. That's our way how we do it, our tartlets. And we have a pavlova.
And is it different cooking on sea than cooking on the land? In terms of baking?
It's actually totally different because sometimes we have movement, sometimes we have like special order, and you're always like in a hurry.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, the stuff you're making is extraordinary. All right, let's finish up in the hot tub here. And one other thing that the suites have is, did you see how I got into the hot tub? Definitely is butler service. I think Vladimir is our butler, so he'll make his way out here, and we'll say hello to him.
Oh, there's Vlad.
I've got an extra glass, Samantha, for you.
Thank you.
Oh, there we go. Hi, Vladimir. Hello. Can you pop the tub on? Is that possible?
Yeah,
of course,
Sammy.
Thank you.
Sam, I heard that tub fits 5.
Oh, there we go.
Where's
This
the
is
wife?
just, the whole thing has been as arduous as can believe. Pardon me?
You have a visitor.
Just say it.
Oh, making a splash. Oh, it's a tush okay.
I had no idea we were going to have company. It's good to see you.
We're preparing for our Colombian trip,
There
right?
we
Work, Leslie. This is going to
Office
intimate.
is getting ready, getting my snorkel gear together.
Real surprise. Jason leads all the expeditions. And if you want to win your way, it's a big surprise on Scenic Eclipse. You can do it. Here's the information. It is ktla.com/contest as part of our promotional sponsorship with Scenic Eclipse. It's a $25,000 plus trip from Panama to Peru, stopping in the Colombia. It's the most beautiful trip. And you can win your way. Go to ktla.com/contest. Once you get to the landing page, work your way down, enter to win, and maybe you and a special friend, you and that special someone, will find your way there. It's a trip for 2, airfare from Southern California to Panama. You enjoy the 9-day luxury cruise. Then we fly you home from Peru. All right, back live here on the Owner's Suite. My friend Jason.
Come join us in Colombia.
Come join us in Colombia. There we are. Cheers.
Salud. There you go.
Sam, thank you so much. We're living vicariously.
Salud.
Salud. Don't tell the Italians there's water in it.
Well, after the break.
Baby.